Here is the most influential conversion factor, and that's testimonials. Though some say, well, it's just a lead page. Why would you want testimonials? Not all my landing pages, generation pages have testimonials, but it's very influential. The more information you can put on testimonials, the better it's going to be. You never want to have a testimonial from, M. Smith. You want to have, Mary Jones Smith from Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Full name and city, state. If you can get a picture of that person, even more so. Quotations of whatever they're saying in their words will definitely increase your conversion rate. Here's even taking it a step further. If you got like scans of any typewritten letters that someone sent you that they liked your lead generation product, or even this can apply to any product, or scan of a handwritten letter that you can just scan in there. Very, very effective. Now, some people kind of go overboard on testimonials. You want to watch how many audios or videos you use. Again, when I do my landing pages, my lead generation pages, pretty much it's all single action. You'll hear Howie and I talking about this a lot on the training. It's single action. It's enter your name and email address here. Enter your, order here. We're not going to have a lot of buttons and things like that, audio, video. How many times you go to a page and they put like 10 videos and stuff like that? Again, you want to do social proof, but there gets to a point where if you put too much video and audio, it's going to slow down your site. And a lot of my markets that I'm in, they're still on, believe it or not, they're still on some dial-up. And all that stuff will just you'll just lose people. So anything you can do to testimonials are good, but don't get overloaded on it. I'm thinking even for a landing page, maybe 2 at the most, maybe 3. You may want to have an audio playing, but just picture, full name, city, state, a scan of a letter. That's pretty sufficient right there. Pretty good stuff. And this is the most influential of conversion factors. Meaning, out of all the things that I'm showing you, testimonials can have the biggest impact on increasing your conversion rates. Okay, another important conversion factor is urgency and scarcity. You've heard this over and over again. Anybody who's read Influence by Cialdini knows about these important factors in getting people to take a call of action. Can you do any limitations of time? Is this a marketing test that you're doing? Is this you're offering this for free at a certain time? This is something where your date scripts may be in use. Can you limit the amount of products? Maybe you're going to do free CDs. You only have 200 CDs available. So many things like this. It's funny. I even saw one time somebody offered they only have 200 ebooks available. That was kind of funny. It's all electrons. But anything you can do to increase, to get people to take action. Again, the average number of messages, marketing messages, they say in a day is over 3,000 that a typical American will receive. So anything you can do for them to take action right now, go ahead and do that. It will increase your conversion. Another very important conversion factor is security. I joined the Better Business Bureau. I've joined my local Chamber of Commerce primarily so I can add little buttons on my website that allow me to put the Better Business Bureau. Again, most people come on websites are generally skeptical. Anything you can do to overcome that objective of showing that you're a legitimate person, you're a real person with a real business, you want to do that. This can even include putting telephone numbers, addresses on there. Again, most of us are very worried about putting a telephone number. It's very easy to set up a 1-800 telephone line that you can do. These will help increase your conversion. Secure sites, there are programs out there like TrustE and HackerSafe that show it's a secure site. Again, you may not think this on just you doing a free report, but let's say you're going to do like a free CD and you want to, you're going to have to ask them to take out their credit cards. Anything you can do to show security, they will do. This is still very, very important. Again, most internet marketers are just like, oh, I know, just do PayPal, it's all easy. Again, but when you go into markets, they're outside this niche. The internet marketing niche is not a typical market. You have to realize that there are people out there still very worried about security, still worried about identity theft, which they should be. So anything you can do to help them, make them feel more comfortable, will increase your conversion as well. So we talked about conversion factors, and we talked about this general, the squeeze page, what you can do here. Here's just some alternatives to this. John Reese, a good friend of mine, coined the phrase, I believe he coined the phrase reverse squeeze page, where you give content first, and he mentions about showing a video of whatever they're going to get, and then if they want more, they can put a name, email address. We're going to talk about this in just a second, how powerful this can be, because I'm still a big believer in this. This is usually works even better if you're actually known in that market. If you've got some following, if Donald Trump's created a video, we all know Donald Trump. He can do that, but if they don't know you from Adam, you're in a market you really don't know. It's something you can give content, but there's a way to do it, and I call it sequentially. Give it to them in a sequence that'll really have them take action. Another type of squeeze page is known as light squeeze page. There's been products out there. I've seen this with newspapers. You go to a newspaper site, and you see an article, and you want to read the article, and then you go there, and you say the only way you can access this article is you need to give us your name and email address, and sometimes that's for the year you were born, or wherever, or your zip code, wherever you're coming from. Excuse me. This works too. You go light squeeze, and the content is faded in the background, and then the only way to access is by entering opt-in information. For me, this sometimes it works great, sometimes it doesn't work great. I've tested it, and I really don't have an idea which one works better. So I've tried this in the past. For some, it's worked like gangbusters. For me, I personally haven't seen it improve my conversion that much. How much do you ask for? Now, we talked about name and email address. Now, the important thing about Lead Supreme pages, you get full content. This should be full contact information here. Name, email address, phone number, address. The best conversions, if it's just email address only, you can just email address only, and then the more you go, the more stuff you're gonna get, the more it's gonna cost you. Now, Lead Supreme, we give you all the information, and we talk, and on upcoming information will tell you how we convert. But in general, the more steps you have, the worse your conversion. But at least you have the more information you have, the worse your conversion is going to be. And what I recommend is doing what I call a multi-step process for some of my leads. And using a two-step process is you pre-qualify them by having them purchase. Sometimes when I do name, email address, and then if it's like a free CD or a free DVD, you ask them for their information to get all the information there. And then if they miss that, you can always contact them again and get their name and email address later. I like the two-step process because it pre-qualifies them by having them purchase. We talked about last time about Kunaki.com can do fulfillment, doing free CDs and DVDs, that type of thing. So a two-step process has worked very well for me. You'd be surprised. You would think they just name and email address, they're not going to give you full contact information later, but they will. If you give them something of value, they will go ahead and do that. For majority of your visitors will do that. Now, another thing that I like, and this goes back to the reverse squeeze page, is the screen camera live video. I love video on a page, on my lead generation page. Most of my lead generation pages have video because it really personalizes the experience. It really makes it easier for you to feel more comfortable. We talked about that in the last video. Anything you can do to humanize the experience, the more comfortable your viewer will be that, hey, you're a real person. And you can tell people what to do. You say, hey, have a video there showing them what they're going to get, and then, enter your name and email address below so you can get whatever you're going to give them as their for generating that lead for you. So I really like screen cam. I really like live video. For me in particular, screen cam video works very well. This is great if you're going to be introducing something that's internet based. Showing them. Let's say you're going to do a membership site. You can show them access to it, or show them some type of great product. Live video does well too.